Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Solana back today above 100 US dollars. Solana still in this descending channel here after we moved up impulsively, had an all-time high back in November, then started to move here into our ABC correction, in which we currently are, in my view, in the wave C. Yeah, so you've got here wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and I think we are just about to complete here our wave 5 or wave 4, or might move a little bit higher before we get into the wave 5, which would indicate that we can see another correction, another sell-off, which would be my primary expectation still. Yeah, so yesterday we moved up quite strongly. We could see that. I told you that we had a very strong reaction to my target area here, and we had a very strong reaction to the 20-day moving average. I think there also came some news out, and then people always say it's related to the news, and to some degree that might be true, but someone who's doing Elliott Wave analysis will never really consider news. And the reason for that is that just looking at market sentiment, that is what the Elliott Waves measure. Yeah, so it's all market sentiment, and the assumption is, and that pretty much has been proven over many years and decades, that markets move in cyclical cycles, and that typically when you are in a downtrend like this one, this year overall was a larger wave 1, this year is wave 2. So in my view, so we are here in a downtrend within a larger scale or higher time frame uptrend. And whenever you are in such a downtrend as we are currently here, you will see a lot of negative news coming to the to the first pages of the newspapers, to the main websites. People will be more affected by them. So if you had some news that might have triggered something like that here in a downtrend as we are now, or in a wave 4 particularly, where you can see already a lot of up and down, those news have a different effect in a wave 4, as for example, had we been here in a very bullish wave 3, people might not even have noticed them or didn't care about them, right? So that is the difference, and news can have a very short-term effect, but not move market sentiment typically in a way that it would really shift. So yeah, that is the assumption. That is what typically Elliott Wave analysts go with. So yeah, news won't really consider them in terms of price moves, because there are so many news. You need to understand, there are so many news about cryptocurrencies. There's so many news about things going on in the world, also about Solana and everything. And the mixture of these news, there are so many. Some of these news make it to the front pages, make it to the newspapers, make it into the websites, and depending on what the market sentiment is, certain news will make it, others won't. Certain news will be read, others won't. There was so many bullish stuff happening in the background that might not even make it, but that, or again, which news make it to the news pages, onto the websites, and so on, is also determined by what is the current market sentiment. Do people put bullish news or bearish news on the websites? So that's why it's all moving in cycles. It's reality. It's everything's moving in cycles. Not only price charts. So there we are, looking here, still in the wave 4, characterized by a lot of up and down. We did move up impressively here from the 31st of January all the way up to the 2nd of February here, touched then the 20-day moving average, moved down again. This here is the target area that I did show you for the wave 4. It did get into it, strong reaction, came down, highlighted here that we had already reached, on the higher time frame, we had already reached the red target area that we talked about already in November. Price did come into it, and as I said before, they are not here for fun. They are areas where with the highest probability, not only but that is the area where the price, with a very high probability, has a very good chance to finish the correction. And that's all based on the Elliott Wave principle, okay, and Fibonacci levels. Of course, it doesn't mean it needs to be over yet, because the target area still isn't maxed out. So we could even go down to $55 again. But what I don't want to do is have the discussion again when we're moving out here and we're back at $200. Oh dear, is it too late to get in now? Because this is the opportunity, right? Of course, the price can drop a little bit more, but you never know, does it really? Yeah. So anybody who doesn't have the foot in the door here in Solana and various other cryptos which already are in their target areas needs to decide for themselves Is it worth going in now or not? I can't tell you that. I can only tell you what I do, and I do that on Discord when I issue my own buy orders, and every channel member can see them. But in the end, I won't be able to tell, and often see these questions. Is it wise to buy now? Should I buy now? I'm not going to tell you, because everybody needs to decide that for themselves. I can't tell you that. I can't have responsibility for if you buy now or not. I can only tell you what I do, and if you choose to follow that, you can do that with my buy orders on Discord, and that's then again up to you. I'm not gonna give you any financial advice on that. Your money is far too valuable for that. But what we definitely need to understand here, that this is an area where with a very high probability at any point the correction could be over. Yeah, I don't primarily expect it. I primarily still expect that we come down once more, and that is also why we can see here in this wave 4. It looks very much like a wave 4. A wave 4 is very much characterized by a weak uptrend in this case, yeah, because we are in an overall downtrend. So the wave 4 is correcting that downtrend, but weak. You can see a lot of up and down. You can see a strong reaction to a moving average. Yeah, we are moving along here at this ascending trend line, and we're currently trying to get back into the into this target area again. And similar to Bitcoin, what could happen, and if we go to the 1 hour chart, I think it is possible to happen that we get here something like a head and shoulders. Yeah, so you've got your left shoulder, head, and possibly a right shoulder, and you've got your neckline here, which would be roughly at around $95, $96, depending on when this neckline will be tested. If the price can't push here above $106, $107, then we could make just a lower high and then push down from here, and that could then already have been the completion of that wave 4. There is big potential, or good potential as well, that we actually move all the way up to $128, but for that we need to move beyond the 20-day moving average, which is currently sitting at $110, and also beyond the previous high here at $113. We're just below a resistance level, so understand that. And if we move through here, I can't tell you that. I would probably say that we're going to struggle here a little bit, because the 1 hour chart, we're already getting here into nearly overbought territory, and therefore we can assume that at some point here we're going to see a little bit of a correction, a retracement down again, and that could then be a retest of that trend line. And again, then it doesn't mean that we're going to necessarily break that trend line, but it's something to keep a close eye on. At the moment, both possibilities are on the table, that the overall correction could already be finished. I don't primarily think that, but the possibility exists because it has come down into a key area of between two Fibonacci levels where the completion of the correction is very likely. But looking at what the price action is doing, it's looking very much that we are still in the wave 4 and have to see another wave 5, because like this, it's probably hard for the price to come out of it, build a bullish structure based on what we are doing here at the moment. Doesn't really look like it. So yeah, I think we're gonna see another sell-off. The question is only when, and we could still move a little bit higher, possibly test the entire channel here before we see that final move down. And that's my view here on Solana at the moment. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. And if you really like the content, yeah, maybe consider to join as a channel member. You can do that on my website, link in the description, or here on YouTube. And then you can join a fantastic community, join the Telegram group, the Discord channel, and also see my buy and sell orders, and join a weekly live stream. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.